Well, hello fishing friends, and if you're new here, welcome. So you might have noticed that I've been out for a few days. All of a sudden I got a migraine on Wednesday, and so I haven't been able to record. I haven't been able to put my headset on. Did some testing last night, decided nope, still can't do it. I did a quick video. And this morning I woke up and my headache is gone. So I'm going to start doing location 18 today. So hopefully we can knock out 18, 19, and 20 fairly soon. So let's go get started on location 18. Okay, here we are on location 18. Let's bring up our Fishopedia here. Go to the very end so we can see our epics. And we have the giant Seabass. It's going to be on the lower depths, in the middle, and the lower. And we're going to be using a crawfish or a minnow. Now I'm probably going to start off with a minnow for the reason that all three of these epics on this location will use a minnow. So the Sailfish is on a minnow. You could do shiner. There's a lot of fish that do shiner, but you could do shiner and do some casting around. And we have the Roosterfish over here, who's on the minnow, and the Whopper Plopper. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start with minnow. That way I have a chance to catch all three of them. And I don't know that, see, the Wahoo will do a minnow as well. There's probably going to be a few of them that do minnow. We got that Barracuda, which would still be kind of cool to catch the Barracudas. And let's see. Leopard Shark is fun to catch. So yeah, so you got some fun ones there that to catch anyways on the minnow. So even if you don't catch striped sea bass, get a lot of those. So even if you're not catching your epics, it's still fun to catch some of the other ones that are on the minnow. So yeah. Alright, well let's get started. Let me switch over here to my lure fishing. Grab my minnow. There we go. And I'm using rod A and reel A, so there we go. Alright. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast out there. I'm going to let it sink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 12 count, I felt it hit the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fish the middle so I can catch all three of them, because you have some that are on the bottom, some that are on top, and some that do all three locations. So if you do the middle, you'll have the bottom ones come up, the top ones come down, and of course, they're in the middle, they'll grab it right away too. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it back in. I'm going to cast out, and I'm just going to count 6, which was half of the bottom depth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I'm just going to jig it and reel it to keep it on that location. And by jigging it, you can also cover a lot of distance as well. You can go left and right. There we go. Red line again. So what I've started doing is just casting out to the right a little bit farther and just jigging it to the left, since it's not wanting to jig to the right very well. This is kind of good. It's swimming back and forth. It's a good sign. There we go. Got one of them. That didn't take too long. I think I've been playing for 5-10 minutes maybe. Cool. Anybody else think it looks kind of funny when this one jumps, kind of squishes to the side? I don't know, it just looks unnatural almost. You know how it squishes on the bottom there? Just doesn't look very natural. Cool. Almost here. These last few feet are always very slow. There we go. Big guy. Giant sea bass. Alright, well, we'll let you go. Watch him swim away. Alright, now we're going to go after the other two. Let's take a look at the fish we have left. So, giant sea bass was on the bottom. Pacific sailfish and the roosterfish. I can probably, since I've already caught that guy, I don't need to fish the middle anymore because I can fish the top. So I can cast out and bring it in pretty quickly. Because I can fish the top now and catch both of these. Because the sailfish, if it's in the middle, it'll come up to the top. Now, if it's down on the bottom, it might take a little longer for it to come up to the top. It would. Still will, though. But yeah. So I don't actually have to let it drop and jig it in. Now I can just cast out right on top. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do a reset. I'm going to switch to hard expert. And that's going to reset all my fish. So I have a new pool of 15 fish out there to catch. There we go. Taking off on us. Oh, there it is. There's one of them. I thought it had its fin sticking out of the water when you catch this guy, but I guess not. Alright, so with this one I just cast it out and just reeled it in across from the top of the water really fast. These epics are going to grab, since they like this bait, they're going to come up and grab it right away. Alright, Roosterfish. Yeah, his fins should be sticking out of the water when you catch him with those fins that high. Alright, yeah, so I like that. We'll release that guy, and we got one left to do. And this one is on all the locations, all depths I should say. So I'm going to go ahead and cast out and bring it straight across the top really fast. The middle and the top one, it's still going to catch it. So that's one of the techniques that I use. I just reeled in as fast as possible across the top of the water, and they'll come up and grab it because they like this bait. And it's bait A as well, so it attracts them from a farther distance. There we go. Something got on there. And it's taking off on me. So I didn't see any of those swirls come after it, so I don't know if it was the swirls that went after it or not. But... And we got a shark. Like I said, pretty much every episode that I've done, I've caught a shark. So, alrighty. Well, we'll bring this guy in and go after that last epic afterwards. He's a big one. That was a big guy. He might be one of my top. He was huge. Wow. It was very big. Got some big 6 gills, but I think this one's the biggest I've got. Takes a while to get these in, even when they're up close. Somebody had mentioned that on the Facebook group, that even when you catch a fish right up close, like a shark up close, it seems to take the same amount of time. And Doc Cincy has actually done some testing on that and proved that that is the case, that it takes the same amount of time whether or not you catch it from the distance as you do when it's up front. One of the devs commented on there that that's something that they're working on. So if you catch something up front, closer to the boat, it shouldn't take quite as long to bring it in the one of the future updates, hopefully. But yeah, it is kind of weird that if you catch something right here, it shouldn't take you the same. Well, for me, it's 2 or 3 minutes, but wow, and I've never seen them jump that close to the boat either. But it shouldn't take that much longer to bring them in. It should be pretty quick if you catch them up close here like that. Come on. It's taking a while. Man, look at that guy. He's huge. Man, he's not even my best. Wow. All right. Well, massive. All right, so let's go after this last epic. Let me go back out there. There's bubbles there and bubbles there, so kind of going between the two of them. I'm just going to let it sink down there. You can just kind of see the bubbles. Something looks like it's going after it. But I think if it was the sailfin, it would have probably gone after it and grabbed it by now, because it's a favorite lure. Yep, skip that. There's some bubbles right there. Bring it up, let it drop right there where the bubbles are at. Oh, there we go. Oh, I lost it. Lost its attention. Let me go back out there again. Oh, that's too far to the left. There we go. That'll get it right through there. Pick it up, drop it about there. Let it go towards the bottom. Oh, there we go. Turned red pretty quickly on the bottom. There it is. Yep, went after those bubbles. I just let it drop down there. Yeah, I'll bring it across the top really fast. But if I do see bubbles, I will let it drop down to the bubbles. Catch those ones that are on the bottom. So, and since this guy is on all 3 levels, anytime I see bubbles, I'll cast out to the bubbles and drop it down to them. And it worked out great this time. Got my sailfin. Or sailfish. Awesome. So there's some of my techniques. Once again, if the fish are on the top or the middle, I'll cast out with the lure and just reel it in fast. Ooh, that was a nice. That'll make for a good thumbnail. I'll bring it in fast across the top. If I see bubbles, I'll let my lure drop down to the bubbles. Kind of jig it around that location. So I'll get whatever fish is on the bottom. And there's my sailfish. Yay! And then another technique is to cast out, let it sink down to the middle. If you're using the minnow here, count to 6. You just kind of jig it through the middle area, and that'll attract both the top, bottom, and middle fish. So there you go. There's location 18. Hopefully this helps you go out and catch those epics that you're after. And if it did, make sure and give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.